Hello and welcome back. This is Nob Nob and we are once again in Oxygen Not Included. This is the Aridio Mark III map on the Aridio asteroid with oppressive heat. We haven't managed to handle much of that heat. We're barely keeping it livable. I started out this map trying to do just ranching, but just ranching was hard. So we have some dust caps. The mushrooms are helping a lot. As you can see, our food, fried mushrooms, is the majority of it. I occasionally chop up some critter eggs to supplement our food. Today I want to try and rebuild my water cooling system and also get into steam engines, steam turbines. I finally got this oil refinery, metal refinery system set up. It is very linear, so the coolant comes in the metal refinery as crude oil, comes out as hot crude oil into the oil refinery, comes out as hot petroleum. The petroleum is then going up into plastic manufacturing, which is I think happening 30% of the day. Problem here is that I just don't have enough crude oil to keep my metal refinery going. So that brings us down here where we have an oil reservoir and some crude oil. I don't know how much crude oil is down here. I don't remember what we did on this map seed, but at the very least we can pump water into this oil reservoir. Might require some infrastructure to do that, as most of my water is polluted water. Okay, over here we have 163 kilograms of natural gas. So power is not a huge issue right now. This thing's still going for another 12 cycles. And this one down here, we did manage to get it researched, analyzed, and it's coming back online in 30 cycles. So hopefully we'll have enough natural gas to keep us going through that process. I did start a large excavation project in this biome over here, basically digging up all the slime and algae that was over here. It is still a priority 5, just so it's taking them a while to get to it, but they are slowly getting to that. I have a bunch of sweep tasks queued up just because the decor was atrocious over here, and a lot of it had to do with stuff on the ground, but a lot of it also has to do with that heavy watt wire. Okay, our ethanol distillery is pumping ethanol into these tanks. The tanks are almost full except for this one, which is half full, so that's going to stop running soon. When that stops running, we actually run low on carbon dioxide. So we're either going to find a use for this, which might be burning it in a petroleum generator, producing even more carbon dioxide, or add some more tanks. Haven't decided yet. First thing I'm going to need though is steel. I'm going to need more steel so that I can build my first steam turbine and steel thermal aquatuner. In order to do that, I'm going to have to enable a couple of pumps here. I'm going to go ahead and take this pump here. We can do this and just feed it right into there. So that's the first thing we're doing. It's going to need power as well. Looks like this circuit here is coming close to max capacity. But not everything on it's running, so we're going to go ahead and just use it. Another thing I want to do is revamp this whole power distribution system. It's a little messed up. I want to create it left to right here with like a power trunk and then run the wires up. I also want them all to be refined metal, but I don't have an awful lot of metal ore. So that's another thing we do is find some metal ore, and I've seen a few spots where I've got some iron that I could dig up fairly easily. Here for example, and I'm going to go ahead and queue some of that up. I'm going to have to put some ladders in here. So they can get to that, and maybe some tiles here. That's fine for now. So that's a little bit of iron. I think I saw some iron up here. It requires a little more digging. You can get this for sure. I can come over here and get this. It's going to bring a little chlorine into the base, but I think we can afford that. And I thought there was some more over here. So this area over here, I also want to get to this diamond, but I want to close it off first. So I think what I'm going to do here, we're going to start this right here. We're just going to do that and that. Actually, let me turn this into airflow tile. Probably do that too. I don't think they can get to all that. Need a little ladder. Go ahead and cue that up with some urgency. Once they've got that walled off, I can punch through this wall here and just go in here and start excavating. This could have two purposes. One, it could be my new power distribution center. It could also be my heat deletion, where I could put a steam turbine in here and cool my water down. Okay, it looks like they're about done with my thermal barrier here. So we can go ahead and start looking at excavating a lot of this so we can build out some room here for our heat deletion and power grid layout. I'm going to go ahead and destroy these insulated tiles here. The other thing I want to do is I want to add 2 more atmosphere docks. In order to do that, I need to move the ladder over. In order to move the ladder over, I need to destroy all this power. So that is a thing that is up and coming. We still have some sweep tasks that they're working on, and that's taking up a lot of my Dupes idle time. I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. We did finally get a pip down here. Hopefully he'll plant in this spot over here. Looks like he did actually. Looks like a water weed. Yep. So I can go ahead and destroy this ladder. We're going to try and get him to plant as many water weeds as we can down here. And eventually they'll deliver to this bottle emptier some salt water. Okay, so this is almost done. Let's see, P6 this. Get them to build that out. So this is almost done. I'll be able to get some crude oil here. I just need 500 steel, I believe. 500 steel is enough to make. Oh, I need 800. Oof. I need 800 steel. 800 steel is what I need to make a steam turbine. And then from a utilities perspective, 1200 steel. So I need 2000 steel, and I currently only have 200. So we have a lot to go. We're going to go ahead and churn through this. Let's see. Iron, I only have 500, so I'm definitely going to need some more iron. So that should give me 1,000 iron. Go ahead and go up to 10 on that one. So that should give me 1,500 iron, and to make steel only takes 70 kilograms of iron. So that should get us really close to the 2,000 steel that we need. The challenge here is going to be coolant. Yeah, I can't use ethanol. That turns to gas too easily. So I may have to go down here to get some more crude oil. I could pass something else like water through there, but it runs the risk of turning into steam. So I don't like doing that. Yeah, alright, well let's finish out this build and let's see where that brings us. Alright, they're just about done with the pipe there. Still working on the wire. I did notice a couple other things going on the base that need to be addressed. One is that I have no salt right now. So these guys aren't going to run. If I have any access to easy salt, I'm going to go ahead and dig that up. I guess this is my best bet for salt. Go ahead and do this. Give that a priority 6. So that's going to stop my rusty oxidizers from running. Nothing to stop these guys from running except, wait, there is. These gas reservoirs are backed up. So I'm going to actually double the amount of hydrogen gas reservoirs that we have. I'm going to go ahead and just put one here and one here. Obviously I'm going to have to dig into that and put some foundation tiles underneath. And then with the ventilation, we're going to go from this one's exit. We're just going to go over and in and down. And then just like that, and we'll destroy this bridge here and that pipe there. Now, all this hydrogen that's in this pipe is actually there to run down to this cooling loop, which is not currently cooling anything. It is almost 50 degrees in there. It's 30 degrees in here. This is slowly cooling down. When this is cooled down, I don't know, into the 20s maybe, I'll worry more about getting the hydrogen down here. This area is actually not too hot, which is still pretty good. And that water is being recirculated right back into these pinch and pepper plants, which can handle temperatures up to 85 degrees. So I'm not too concerned about it heat in this area. As long as I'm not overheating my gas generators at 75 degrees, I'm not too concerned. Looks like all that sweep order that I had is done except for water and the petroleum. Don't ask about the petroleum. I had a little bit of a piping issue at one point that got addressed by spilling petroleum on the ground. I have so many priority 6 tasks. It's taking a long time to get this little job here done. So we'll go ahead and P7 it, I guess. Made out of igneous rock, just to make sure I still have igneous rock. Yeah, I have a ton of igneous rock. I actually ran out of sandstone at one point. Yeah. See, I only have 2.3 tons. Okay. Back to this. They still haven't destroyed that. Put that at priority 6 and go ahead and take this. Start to dig into my nasty chlorine over here. Hopefully that chlorine will just spill out and get a lot of it will get eaten by these dash of salt vines. Carbon dioxide pressure down here is not that high. The problem is that the oxygen pressure up here is not that high. Yeah. Go ahead and P6 all of that. We're just going to send this gas pipe from here into there. Alright, that should resolve our hydrogen overflow issues, which should resolve our oxygen pressure issues also. You see the chlorine's kind of pushing up here, and the CO2 pressure is really low just because the pressure up here is low. We have a printing pod activity. We'll go ahead and take the nutrient bars, I guess. I'm actually doing okay on food. The fried mushrooms have really just carried me. They've allowed me to build up a reserve of some other food. Oh, you'll notice I have surf and turf. Down here I built in a gas range, just using the overflow natural gas from the production from the oil refinery. And surf and turf is, I think, the only thing over here that I have all of the ingredients for. Yeah, because I don't have lettuce, and most of these require like lettuce, or they require tofu, which I can't make because I don't have those nosh beans, because nosh beans require it to be really cold. They're kind of like sleet wheat in that regard. Okay, this thing is dormant in 6 cycles. Whew. Now we have a huge reserve, but I hate it when those things go dormant. Alright, do we have a water weave here yet? We do, and it's growing. Alright, we can deconstruct this next ladder. We're just starting from the right, moving to the left. That's the way the plants like to be planted, with pips. So we're just going to keep working on that. Alright, they dug that out. I'm going to go ahead and just throw in some ladder scaffolding here. Go ahead and dig this. We can actually just put orders in to dig all of that. I'll get to that eventually. Alright, this has indeed fixed our gas flow issues, so this should be able to run more often. Oxygen actually doesn't look bad. It's just that it was around 1,000. I mean, it's breathable, but I need more pressure than that to keep the CO2 out of my base. And I think I just saw, yeah, neutronium. There's a vent over here. To get to that vent, yeah, we can just punch through here. Like so. I'm fine with that. Go into that rust biome there. We'll come on down here and check out the vent. That's going to just stay in priority 5, so they'll get to that when they get to it. I'm not that worried about it. This hydrogen should just all flow into there. I'm fine with that happening. Alright, this area here, how are we doing? We're at 21 degrees in here. We're a little warm over here. Mealwood's not growing. 34 degrees. I thought it was cool enough in here at one point. But I had melted some ice. Let me actually put a tile there. That'll help. Because that 30-degree water will take up a lot of heat and then I'll mop it up. But these guys aren't eating the mealwood, so they're not changing into glossy Drecos, which is what I really need them to do. This little atmosphere trap worked out really well. So I've got one tile of carbon dioxide because of this tile here. And then the rest of this is all hydrogen. This is like a temporary power solution that I have set up. All it's doing is powering this incubator and the door, basically. Okay, how are we doing on tasks down here? They are never going to build this thing. I have this on P5, but I never have enough idle dupes. So it might be time to bring in another dupe. We'll take a look at the next printing pod ding. Might be time to bring in another dupe. Now, I also have a ton of plastic. I have 1.2 tons of plastic, and I should be able to make this comfy bed, which requires 200. So I could make 6 comfy beds, which might be a good argument to build out some nice bedrooms. And this area right here looks like it could be good for bedrooms. We're gonna take down some trees, it looks like. But I also really need to thermally insulate that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. We'll dig up that tree and that. Yeah. Can't believe this. We still have one hexalant. It's like the one hexalant we saved on the whole base. We're just gonna leave it there. There's a memory of terrible food of yesteryear. Oh, did he just eat that egg? Oh no, he's just hiding behind it. Oh, he moved it. Okay. Okay, so this guy right here, the gold volcano, needs to be tapped with a steam turbine. And I'm also going to have a steam turbine down here that's going to help with my thermal aqua tuner. Actually, I was looking at this. So I want this thermal aqua tuner to cool water, right? And I'm piping this water in from over here, cooling it and then sending it up to my base. Why don't I just do that over here? I kind of feel like I should just dig this area out and just use this for all my water, or water cooling. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that started. Hopefully this pressure is not too much. Mafic rock, I don't know how it does under pressure. Oh, stop, you did too much. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in another layer here of granite, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. P6. No, we're even P7 that. I just don't want that to be under pressure for too long. That's a lot of water, and over 1,000 kilograms, certain types of tile will rupture with too much weight. So let's not risk that. We're risking it anyways, to be honest, but let's not risk it for too long. Alright, this thing is finally done. Power, plumbing, petroleum, output pipe is full. This just needs to be a priority 6. Alright. Again, it's very linear. It's kind of broken, but for the space that I had, and I was in a rush to get some steel because I needed this stuff to be steel. Right here. Nope, not right there. This. I needed this to be steel. This gas pump broke due to heat. It's over 75 degrees in here. And that was like all my power. So I had to build this water lock, get in there, and, well, it's a petroleum lock to be honest, and then get in there and fix that pump, replace it with steel. Thought I had something else that was made steel too. Oh, this liquid shutoff kept overheating. So I turned that into steel as well. Alright, looks like my ethanol distiller is about to fill up all of these reservoirs. So let's keep an eye on it. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is good now. It probably helps with the pressure up here. Yeah, it was 1,100, now it's up to 1,500. That's good. We can just keep that going. I was having some problems over here with carbon dioxide. Looks like those problems might be solved for now. I put this little bump here, this one tile bump, to try and trap some carbon dioxide. These are growing now. We'll see what happens as the base pressure stabilizes. Man, that's a hot mess. Look at all that wire spaghetti. Alright, I'm getting ready for a big overhaul here. I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good once they finish all these other tasks that they've got set up. Alright, did we plant? Did we plant? We have one water bead. So it looks like we can get rid of those and see if they'll plant another one there. I'm not sure they'll plant 4 in a row. Alright, I've got these things set up here. If this is below, no, that should have been set below. If these are below 500 psi or grams, I guess, of pressure, then run. But until then, don't run. We have quite a bit of carbon dioxide trapped in here. Not sure why this algae terrarium is not consuming it faster, but I guess I'm just producing that much. Blueprint. Alright, I said I would be willing to take on another dupe, so let's take a look. Ellie, digging, medicine and machinery. Rowan, supplying suit wearing building, quick learner, interior decorator. Biohazardous, mouth breather, no. So 3 interests or 2 interests? I think I'm gonna go with Rowan, and we're gonna make him a runner, I think. So we'll go with skills, take a look at Rowan, improve carrying. Oh, hey, some of my dupes, they're actually doing really good on morale, better than I thought. It's probably because of the food. Poor meal. No, it's not because of food. But the decor is nice. Great Hall is nice. All right, well, they're doing pretty good. Don't really have any skills I need them to give. I just don't want her to be upside down, so I'm not gonna do that. Like May, for example. Like, why doesn't she have 25 morale? I don't know. We'll go ahead and give her that one. Oh, and then nothing here. No preferred skills for Bonnie. Hassan can do critter ranching. Need all the ranchers I can get. And Ruby. You're pretty maxed out, Ruby. You're upside down on morale. I'm going to leave you alone for now. Checking out research real quick. We've completed most of this tree. Yeah, everything up here is done. I'm not seeing myself building an espresso machine anytime soon, but I will go ahead and do catalytics. Okay, this room has gotten down to 22 degrees. Alright, I flooded this, so I'm going to go ahead and mop it up if I can. Yes, good. Hopefully that's brought the temperature down. 33, the water's 32.2. Yeah. I'm going to put a priority 6 on that mop. Okay, they still haven't built any of these ladders. Like I said, they have a bunch of priority tasks going. Let's see what everybody's doing here. Hey, this is good. So I needed a lot more iron. Alright. Keep up the good work, guys. Looks like I am out of oil. Enable this building. Looks like I'm gonna have to go get this oil down here. But I want to get that oil without spilling all this water. So looks like I'm gonna have to pump all this water up. I really want them to finish this. Give me some room to work, guys. I guess they're not going to do that anytime soon. Without some ladders there. Alright, give me some room to work. Is this door free to go into? It is. Alright, oh, they'll get down there eventually. We are at downtime for half of the dupes. Speaking of half the dupes, we're going to look at the schedule real quick. I've got 4 on default schedule, 3 on 2, and chill out, Nicola. Did Nicola ever chill out? Yeah, he's got 0 stress. Nicola can go back into the regular schedule. He had way too much downtime. I don't know what was going on with his stress at the time, but I think we've nipped it in the bud. This water geyser is active again. We have closed the door just because I didn't want to flood the base. But we do have water coming in from the desalination process, feeding our electrolyzers. We don't currently have any water coming from down here because the cooling system is turned off. This just got way too hot over here. I could, I suppose, turn it back on again for a little while, but I think I'm just going to wait until I can move it over here. Alright, I've got that second row of tiles built. That's great. Because I wasn't paying attention. And I'm glad nothing broke. Go ahead and do that. We're just going to keep doing this. I guess we can do this. I'm going to not do that one. I won't do those. I don't want that water to spill out. So we're gonna basically drain all that liquid down here. All right, and over here, okay, they're starting to get these things done. I am just going to go ahead and queue up a little job for them. So this water here is, let's see. That's not right. Oh, Jesus. What, 16 across? Okay, and like 1, 2, 3, 4 high. So I'm gonna need a tank of 64 to hold that water, roughly. So at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's close. That'll hold most of it. Go ahead and put a pump down here. Set it at the lowest point. Actually, make it the lowest point. Pretty simple stuff. And give it some power. All right. Cleaning it up. Speaking of cleaning it up, I'm going to sweep this. All right, I enabled that pump. So we've got some more petroleum going here. We're up to 870 kilograms of iron. We still need to turn that into steel. We have 400 kilograms of steel. Okay. Go ahead and sweep that up also. This chlorine's taking its sweet time coming out, which I'm fine with. And this thing, by the way, over here worked awesome. I created this pit trap to trap the chlorine that was in this area over here. A lot of it went over here, as you see, but none of it got into the base. It all got trapped over here and got eaten by that dash of sulfide. They are slowly making their way over here to this other vent. And it's been a while since I've done this perimeter check. That looks like a biome transition, maybe. Oh, this could be a vent. No, and that's hot. Oh, that must be the oil biome, yep. Alright, well that looks like... Oh, there's one right there. Interesting. Well, what is that? We need to find out what that is, too. Wow, a lot to do. Interesting. Those could be good finds. Oh, last video, or after the last video, I dropped a pufflet prince egg in here. The pufflet prince will eat chlorine, polluted oxygen, and oxygen. So I was hoping he would make bleachstone for me. I don't see any yet, but he should be, because the pressure's so high in here, it won't gas out if he does make any. But I'm just not seeing him. Not seeing him eat any. He's only 3. I don't know if as a baby he made it. He's a pufflet, so maybe he needs to be a puffed prince before he'll actually start producing. I think that's when he turns 5. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get him to create oxalite for us. I'm sorry, not oxalite, bleachstone. Real quick, I wanted to take a look at the colony summary. It's been a while since I've taken a look at the colony summary. Specifically, I wanted to look at the charts, which aren't loading. Okay, let's try that again. Colony summary. Really? Colony summary? No? Well, that's weird. I wanted to look at how many critters I had in the charts, but the charts aren't loading. So never mind. Maybe there's a patch for that. It looks like they are getting to build this installation tile. This is good. Dig that up. Go ahead and insulate this now. I'm gonna dig this. Alright, how's our temperature over here? Well, the gas pipe is good temperature, 27 degrees, but it's just not translating. So maybe we'll build some, what, aluminum? Yeah. A couple of aluminum shift plates. Kind of what I did over here a while back. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen eventually. We're getting overheat damage on a polymer press. I do have this timer set, so it's only active 30% of the day. I'll just change it to 20% of the day. Help it from overheating. And I just don't need it to run all the time. Go ahead and choose a blueprint here from the pod. Don't really need sand. Can I take another dupe already? Turner with his ranching, building, and operating. Oof, what happens if I take another dupe? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I feel like it's a good thing. Welcome to the base, Turner. Skills, Turner. Farming, you're going to be a rancher before you do anything else. Okay, so up here, as mentioned, I want to build bedrooms. I can get rid of that. And to build those bedrooms, I'm going to leave that. Get rid of some of this stuff. I'm going to leave that tree there. Why wouldn't I? And I'm going to build a pneumatic door right here. And we'll knock out that as well. Right next to that beautiful tree, we are going to put a comfy bed. And on the other side of that, we'll give one tile, and we will do this. Alright. Now, the question is, can I get a pip in here to plant this other arbor egg, or arbor egg? I keep calling them eggs. This arbor seed, where I want this arbor seed. And if I'm going to say furniture, comfy bed, right there, then I want this arbor seed right there. So temporarily, we are going to drop a critter drop off to get a pip in there. Okay, so this system is now powering itself, and it's powering this desalinator. It's probably hydrogen negative at this point, but I'm fine with that for now. If worst case scenario, this thing did run out of power, there's this manual generator over here, but this whole wire 1680, because this thing draws a huge amount of power. Let's take a look at this refinement desalinator. It's pulling 480 watts. Yeah, that's a significant amount of power. It doesn't run very often, fortunately, but I'm surprised this wire hasn't burned out. I guess these electrolyzers don't run that often, and these pumps don't run that often. So. Okay, we have a food shortage for sure. Alright, let's get this thing built. Pips need time. Yes, they do. Oh, my pips have been so kind as to plant for me arbor trees. Arbor trees need polluted water, and so I've used up on all my polluted water. I should just get rid of those. Thanks, Pips. Appreciate your help. But I don't need all that. Alright. How are we doing over here? Oh, we have our thermal shift plates in. We're still at radiant gas pipe. Contents are at 27 degrees. It is at 36 degrees. Is it just my imagination, or is it actually getting warmer in here? We need to do some more active cooling. These little weezeworts aren't able to keep up. One thing I should do, and actually I don't know if I can do, is turn more of these tiles into thermal tiles. But actually, because of the way I've got this up here, I could do it if I do it like this, I guess. Deconstruct that and that. It'll take me a bit, but I can walk this over and eventually get that done. But this room is basically giving up a lot of its cold to these adjacent rooms, which is keeping it from chilling what I want it to chill. All right. Come on, my dupes. Earn enough of you. Alright, this is going well. I'm going to just walk this down. That'll give me tons of slime. Alright, effectively draining that pool out. Looks like a deodorizer might be called for here to be put into play. And yes, I know I'm short on food. Thank you very much. Not sure how old these packages are. 10. Alright, so that's going to be a while before they can help out. I do have some hatchling eggs I can get rid of. And how are we doing on pip eggs? And pip eggs, I can get rid of some of those too. Yeah, those mushrooms have really helped me that I don't have to pay attention to food very often. But still not the best. I should probably redo this farm. Just so that it traps carbon dioxide better. I can move this water trap. Yeah, let's do that. I know, all the projects. But, you know, I've got a lot of work slated to happen down here, and there's only 3 atmosphere docks. So that doesn't help. It really doesn't help when Rowan's in one of them. Come on, buddy. Come on, man. Alright. Did they build water? They did put a water weed there. I've been waiting for them to destroy that ladder, that's right. Yeah, I will need a ladder in here. Should probably provide them with a way to get out once they build that. There you go. You guys are taking your sweet time. Who is that? Turner. You slow, Turner. You slow. Alright. If I build a tile here, I should be able to replace that with insulated tile. Alright. Build a tile there. Now I can build a tile here, insulated. And build another tile. Like that. Yep, that'll work for now. Still slowly making their way over to the right. Up to 9 dupes. We don't have 9 beds. We really need them to build these comfy beds, but they have to fetch the plastic for that, and I guess that's wrangle this guy. Fetching that plastic, I guess, is something I need to encourage them to do. If I go ahead and put a nice sculptured block here and a nice painting here. Maybe a hanging pot? Yeah. Fancy. Woohoo! Alright, as far as beds go, I want my older dupes to get the beds. Like Gossman, maybe Nicola. We'll give Nicola this one. Yeah, fancy. Oh, look at that. Man, he went to use that right away. Decor value, meh. But we've got a lot of sweeping to do over here. And we're certainly not done. Okay, printing pad went off. We'll take another wart seed. Yes, yes we will. I am going to try and sneak this in here. Hopefully I don't lose a lot of hydrogen. Bam, wart seed, plant. That's huge. Yeah. That'll definitely help. Here it comes. Alright. How you doing? Alright, we'll see what that does over time now. That's a big boon. Alright, we have our pip over here. And I don't want to sweep that. Nope. Nope. Cancel compost. And I don't want to sweep it. Okay. No. See, that's what I didn't want you to do. Oh, is that an arbor tree? It is! Oh, you did it! What a good boy. Alright, I can deconstruct that. I can deconstruct that. Alright. Yeah, I can deconstruct that. I can deconstruct this as well. Sweetness. Give ourselves a little buddy bud. Nice. Now how's that decor? 55, 85. Pretty good. Does the wallpaper drywall. Does the drywall help decor? It does, 20%. Do I have sandstone? 5 tons of sandstone. It's gonna be the nicest room in the entire base. How about that? Looking good. Utilities. Out of sandstone. Granite. I have a lot of granite. Alright, well that'll keep those dupes busy for a while. Okay, I have these tasks down here for these large sculpting blocks that they've been waiting for forever. Wow. Go ahead and get this finished. Alright, did you build a water weed there? Will you put a water weed there? I don't think you will put one there, but we'll try deconstructing this. Maybe you'll put one there. You can also deconstruct the bottle emptier. Well, then he'll build there. So I'll wait. It looks like there's some pinch row eggs down here, and interestingly enough, they're not trying to kill the pit. Normally they'll defend that pinch row by killing any critters that get near it, or anything that gets near it. So I'm not sure why they're not attacking it. Okay, we have 1.2 tons of iron and 400 kilograms of steel. I believe I'm completely out of, coolant. So work in progress. Only 5 out of 7 critters. What's going on, you guys? Why are my slicksters dying off? Maybe I just don't have time. No, they're happy. I have 6 larva eggs. I'm gonna bump up the priority on this thing. You just need to put those eggs in that incubator. Go ahead and deconstruct this composter. I'm gonna throw in another incubator. Alright. Yes. Finish up this job, you guys. That is a huge task. There's still a lot of polluted oxygen in here. I don't really care that it's polluted oxygen, but also polluted oxygen doesn't... Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it polluted oxygen. These puffs can have at it. It'll just keep kicking out polluted oxygen and these puffs can eat it. That works for me. Actually, over here could easily become some sort of puffed ranch, or down here even. Use what you got, right? They still haven't even started to touch this stuff. This thing should be over pressure, yeah. Okay, that is priority 6. Alright, capping off this room. And I don't really need a dash of salt vine growing there. I don't know what it does for decor. It's actually negative, so we'll go ahead and dig that up. It looks like I need sandstone in order to finish building that, so that's not going to be sandstone. I guess it's going to be more granite. And the decor values are off the chart. $120 over here, 60 over here. Once that painting gets made, that should be good. Over here we'll take a buddy bud. Thank you very much. And we'll sweep this up before he plants it. Thank you. All right. Now, 400 kilograms of steel is only what, half a steam turbine? I could make it out of iron. That seems like a bad idea. Actually, let's see. That means its overheat temperature is 100. I could do that. I can make that work. We're gonna dig out a bunch of stuff over here. I built a door here with the intent of exploring this way, and I never did. I guess I did up here. We can go further. How are we doing over here? Not very quick. Let's do P6 on this. I really want to know what's over here. And only the dupes that can't leave the base are going to work on it. Printing pod went off. Wow, look at all those kcals. Not even sure what happened there. Excavating, creativity, and caregiving. Supplying. Ooh. Tidying speed, carrying capacity. Harold, welcome to the base. Harold, for skills, you're going to take improved carrying, because everyone loves to improve carry. Who's got this base? Turner and Nicola. Base. Who's got this bed? Turner's like one of my new dupes. We're going to give this to Gossman. There you go. Turner, you can have this one. You have Gossman's old bed for now. Alright. Looking over here, dig these things up. Alright, so what I've got happening here is I've got really warm water coming out of this cool steam vent, and I've got a gold volcano. Now, I absolutely positively need to insulate this gold volcano from the rest of the base. I'm thinking of doing 2 layers. So I'm going to destroy this. And I'm going to build a second ladder going up here. So you don't need that. Alright, I've got 2 beds, 2 bedrooms, I should say. How do I want to do these next bedrooms? If I do them the same... but shorter, then I can have this effectively like this alley through here that I might be able to use for plumbing, piping, power, and keeping it out of sight. Go ahead and do this for now. Alright, that will work. Throw the comfy beds in the middle. No, off to the side because I want to put another tree in there. That tree I want there, that tree I want there. Get rid of that oxyfern. I need critter drop off. And I'm going to need to get 1 arbor seed in both of these spaces as well. Alright, how are we doing on cooling down here? Slow going. Hydrogen's at 25 though, that's good. This guy is getting warmer. Not pleased. Not pleased. I had higher hopes for you. That's just more ranching that I'm doing. Speaking of ranching, it's not as important for food as it used to be. Look at all those fried mushrooms. Holy cow. And this is after I brought in 2 more dupes, so we're up to 10 dupes. And I still have a lot of food. Actually, I think the extra dupes helped. Just getting stuff done and able to get that farming that I needed to get done. We're going to go ahead and do this one the same. Larva egg. Give them a little more time during the day to do that. And take a look at skills. Rowan, you're up. That's fine. Alright, I'm going to finish this project down here. Get this water popped up. I did the bad thing. I'm going to look at liquid filter. We'll do liquid filter right there. And destroy that pipe right there. I'm going to make a secondary basin right here. We'll do it like this. Leave some room for some air to flow. So down here I have salt water, polluted water, and crude oil. I think I need a series of liquid filters. Go ahead and do that. So we're going to say, come up here, get me my water in, everything else out. and give me my crude oil out, everything else to there. Go ahead and give them all way in and out of there. Give these power. Alright, and plumb this so that I'm taking my crude oil. I'm on. And putting it into there. Alright, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a liquid shutoff valve right here. I'm going to change the way this works. Right there. Break this piping here. Actually, yeah. Plumbing, come on, plumbing. Liquid shut off. Like that. And thermal sensor right there. Automation right there. And some power. Looks like we can come here for power. And I'll go ahead and put a towel right there. Okay, the idea here being, if this petroleum is coming in and it's not that hot, I can use it twice. No, no, bad. Dang it. Oh, why, Harold? So damn slow. Alright. So again, I want polluted water in this tank, not everything else that I have in this tank. Come on. Build it, guys. Man, Harold, you're killing me. You're taking up an Atlas suit. All right, this filter is going to be polluted water. Really? Polluted water? It's not alphabetical. There it is. That's weird that it's not alphabetical. Oh, goodness gracious. Mop this up. Harold? Oh, dear God. Thank you, Harold. You're doing God's work. Okay, this one is going to do crude oil. All right. My plan here for this currently dormant gold volcano is to flood it with ethanol and let the ethanol gas act as a heat conduit to bring the heat over into another chamber that has some water in it that is acting as a steam turbine. I don't need anything else other than the Scold Volcano. I don't think I even want a thermal aqua tuner in that other room. Maybe I'll put one in there just to be able to cool down water. But I'm not sure. We'll have to see how well this thing runs. Doing okay on food thanks to the fried mushrooms. We don't have a lot of surplus eggs. We have a lot of surplus larva eggs. You guys really need to do something about that larva egg situation. I'm gonna go ahead and just I guess make this half the day. They're just not using it often enough. Really need them to build this pipe situation. I should be able to reuse, so crude oil, if I can find an example. Crude oil evaporates at 400. Actually, it turns into petroleum at 400. So if it's less than like 300 coming out of the metal refinery, I should be able to reuse it. Might do 275 just to be safe. Depending on what you're making in there, it gets pretty hot. I heard the printing pod go off. Take a look. We'll take those mirth leaf seeds. 10 dupes. I think I need to evaluate how that's going for a little bit longer. These things I need to put priority 7, otherwise they don't fetch the plastic. Alright, I can open this door. I don't need that, but I do need to put an arbor seed in here, so I will put a storage bin. Pick up that seed, don't let him plant it. Pick up that seed, thank you. Alright, 1 seed, please. Arbor acorn. Get her done. I'm really happy I haven't had to use the micro mushroom in a long time. Oh, this is where you make tofu? You know, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Surf and turf, look at all that. 6,000 kcals. I must have had some Paku die recently. Actually, if I want to go into consumables, I should tell them to stop eating. Oh, they're not eating meat and they're not eating fish. So yeah, that's good. They are eating barbecue though, right? Yeah, they're eating barbecue. And I have this thing set to barbecue forever. I guess that's fine. I'm just going to set the priority on this to 6. So hopefully they'll make surf and turf before they make barbecue. We'll see how that goes. I have the slowest dupes using these airlocks. You're killing me, guys. Alright, my puffed prince over here. Are you creating leechstone? He looks so sad. Oh, snap. My airlock's broken. You guys see this? Yeah, thanks for delivering that. Now stop going in there. Whoops. Yeah. Let's let that just fix itself. I don't know what happened, but there's no water here. There should have been liquid right there. That's not good at all. How do I fix this? I guess I put a tile there. And then fix it. I'm not sure what happened to the water there. Got displaced somehow. That's really bad. Anyways, I'm not seeing this guy spit out any bleach stone. So I'm not sure if that's not working or what the deal is with that. Huh. Ooh, wow, I pushed a lot of chlorine into my base. Alright, well that's what these dasher sulfides are for. That's my chlorine mitigation system. So it's going to make it hard for CO2 to get down here for a little while. Gas exchange wise, but it is what it is. We'll have to make it work. How are you guys doing on CO2? A little light. We'll go ahead and add another one of these guys. And this is gonna, by the end of this, it's gonna be all the way across the map. I'm gonna have like water tanks all the way to the neutronium. And wow, are they taking their sweet time doing this? So many other projects to do, I guess. Alright, it's down to 25 here. And 30. Oh, it came down. It went up to like 38, but now it's back down to 37.9. Such progress. Alright, Nails, you're a older dupe. You can go there. Who else have I got? Nicola May. How about May? May, you deserve that. Alright. Deconstruct this. I do not need all of those arbor seeds there. Whoops. Looks like I brought them all to the same spot. Cancel that build. Open that door. I'm hoping I can get an arbor seed here and here planted. I don't want one there, but if they build one there, it's not the end of the world. For furniture, though, I do want crown molding in here. Okay. Welcome. Got it. They're just taking their time delivering it. Okay. Alright, well that brings me up to the number of bedrooms I need for my dupes. I can fit like 4 more bedrooms in here. Maybe 5. Maybe 5. So I might end up going up with some of the bedrooms. Maybe I'll just put some on the other side over here too. If I did like a symmetry thing. 4 more bedrooms over here. That could work. Alright, well, this has been a whole lot of project work. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up just for the sake of how long this video has gotten to be. Go ahead and prioritize some of this stuff though so it gets done. So yeah, this should help clear up this liquid issue. I realized that I don't have a bottle emptier for crude oil. I used to have one up here. I do not any longer. So I'll also queue that up with the priority 7. Yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching. I will try to get into steam turbines next time. Get this gold volcano cracked open and get some water cooling systems set up down here. But I just had so many projects going. to get there, pre-work to get that done, that these dupes have just been running around like crazy. We did bring in 2 new dupes today, so we're up to 10. Everybody's got a place to sleep, and it's really seemed to help a lot with getting the food done at a meaningful time. So yeah, I think we're going to be in a good situation to get a lot of these projects done from a cooling perspective next time on Oxygen Not Included. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Nom Nom signing out.